Hey guys, Dawson Weidrich here from Farsi Time. Now my last lesson involved the alphabet, so I decided to keep it simple for lesson number 2, which will deal with, of course, as you can see, numbers, or in Farsi, that is Shomare Ha. I mean, we don't have to be able to read that yet, but that's just a nice little tidbit to know. I'll just write it out in English for you. Shomare Ha. That's how you pronounce the word for numbers. Shomare, just for numbers. Again, you don't need to know that, but that's just a nice little tidbit that I feel like would be fun to know. So we're going to go through numbers 0 through 10 in the Persian numerical system. As you can see, this is what the normal number system looks like from numbers 0 to 10. And now, I remember my last video how I talked about that Persian is read and written from right to left. Like, for example, when I wrote out the word shumare, start like this and spell like that, right? So I went from right to left. Numbers are different though. Numbers follow the normal pattern that we're used to in English, where, let's say, if you in English write the number 11, which coincidentally looks exactly like what number 11 looks in Persian, which is this, you write it from left to right, both in English and in Farsi. Now, that makes it a little interesting when you start to read both numbers and words together, but we won't focus on that right now. We'll just keep it simple. But for now, just remember that it's written left to right as far as numbers is concerned. So let's erase these real quick, these little brackets. And we'll get started. All right. So this first one is just simply a dot. As you can tell, this one right here. And this one's called sef. Now it's spelled like this, but we'll just write it out in English for you. Sefr. It's almost kind of like a rolled R at the end of the word. So sefr is 0. I'll just write out the number 0 right here just for reference. All right, this next one is yek. All right, the Persian spelling as well as the Englishified. Let's redo that. That's a little too close. It's pronounced like yek. Like a yak, but a yek. And this is, of course, the number 1. Yeah, I know. So difficult, right? Looks very confusing. I know. Next one is number 2, which is do. Like doe, a deer. A female deer. Do. And then is, of course, number 2. Now, you might be able to notice that simply this looks like a 2 turned onto its side with an extended thing like this. So you take this, you just flip it that way. That's kind of what this looks like. Now, again, the numbers are pretty simple, except for a couple of them. I mean, they're pretty obvious after you get used to them. The next one for number 3 is se. That, of course, is spelled like this in Persian. This is the number 3. Now, similar thing to number 2, that the 3 is turned onto its side, but given a little extension at the bottom. Next one is the number 4, of course. And this is chahar. It's pronounced cha-har. And this one's not as obvious. It's just a simple little loop on the side that you go up like that. You see, it's not as obvious as the 3 or the 2 or do or se, but it's still not entirely hard. Next one for number 5. This is panj. Pronounce it like this. And panj, of course, you see it and it's just an upside down heart. That's exactly what it is. It's not much more complicated than that. That's all you do is just write an upside down heart. That is a 5. That's a panj. Next one, for number 6, is sheesh. Like sheesh, will you ever shut up about these numbers? Unfortunately for you, no. But you spell it like this in Persian. That's it. 2 of the same letter. And then it's sheesh for the number 6. Next one for number 7 is a haft. Haft. That's simply pronounced like this. The number 8 is just a flipped version of haft, which is hashed. Simple. All right, the next one is number 9. And this is a no. It's just simply like no. Like you tell your kid if they want to, let's say, touch someone's dog that's really aggressive, you say, no. That's exactly what this is. And then for number 10, as you can see, it is a combination of sef and yek, just like in our normal numerical system. And this is da. And it's just simply pronounced like, like da, like a kid says, only there's more of an H sound at the end. So it's a da. So I'll stay with you just one more time. Sef, yek, do, se, chahar, panj, shish, haft, hashed, no, and da. Alright, so now that we've done numbers 0 through 10, let's just go through, let's say, 20 through 100, right? We won't do every single numerical thing in between each 10, right? We'll just do the basic version of that. So first off, we're going to do 20. This is the number 20. And this is pronounced exactly how I think, let's say Peyton Manning was a football player. It's a beast. Such a beast. Beast is 20. Like beast mode. All right, 30. The number 30 is spelled like this. This is C, like the sea. Just like that. Pretty simple. Number 40, spelled like this, just a simple, actually that's the 3, sorry about that. You add a 0 after the 4, and that is chahel. Spelled like that, chahel. All right, next one is 50. And remember, the 5 is the upside down heart. Add the 0. And that's just panjaw. Panjaw. All right. Next one is 60. Shasta. Shastado. It's like the aw is like an easy transition for the number that follows it. Like say if it's the number 62, that of course be written like this. It'd be like shastado do. The do of course being the 2. So that shasta is like to help transition to the next one behind it. So shasta. Sorry about that. Running out a little bit of space on this page here. Next one is 70. That's just the upside down, or I guess the V, right side up V. And that's haftod. And again, that's the tod is the transition to the number behind it, like haftado do, haftado se, you know. All right, 80. And again, you flip over that haft to make it a hashed. And guess what? It's hashtod. I know, 8 and 7 are so difficult, aren't they? It's just insulting. A hashtod. Then number 90, get a little more space here. See, there's only like so little difference between the zeros of ours, and like 90 looks exactly almost like 90 in our. It's almost like they flip-flopped, like they took the donut hole out of the 0 and used that for their 0. And this one is Navad, like Nevada. Navad. And then big ol' 100. That's just spelled like this. And this is sad. It's like if you find out you're a college student, you only have $100 in your bank account, and you have both like rent and different things with college that you have to pay for, and you're really sad that you only have $100 in your bank account. Trust me, I've been there. That is sad. So remember that. 100 is sad. Do not be sad. And so that's the simple numerical system for the Persian language. Again, we won't go too far into, I guess, the 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and so forth until a later video. But we just want to keep it simple today with a simple, like 0 through 10 right here. Terrible line. And then 20 through 100, right? We'll keep it simple for today. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys coming on here. I hope you're learning something. And make sure to refresh in the last lesson about the alphabet, because again, the more you know that, the easier the next lessons will be to understand. And again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in our next lesson.